Hey guys, how are you all doing today? We are getting ready to do a lesson, and it is going to be about something similar to this. And there are four things I want to focus on. Number one, never throw out your offcuts nor your remnants, right? They can be very useful. Two, I am going to teach you the easy way to accomplish a caddy. Three, I am going to show you how easily you can square off your fabric. And four, I am going to show you how to use the French seam to make this number. So let's get started. So the first thing, if you guys have seen me making this slip cover for my couch, this is a piece of offcut from that slip cover, right? And so that is what we're going to use to make this caddy. Now we have a strip of fabric here that is square on the side. Now, I'm not going to go measure anything in order to be able to know where to cut my line here. All I'm going to do is make sure that when I line up my fabric, it is lined up nicely. And then I'm just going to fold this baby over just like so. There we go. And then I am going to go ahead and draw my line across the top here. That's it. That's it, man. And then I'll just make sure that I take the line all the way to the end. All the way to the end. And then I go ahead and I cut. So the next thing we are going to do is form the base of the caddy or the laundry hamper, whatever you want to call it. I have a piece of cardboard here. It is 4 by 4, so it's 4 inches here, 4 inches here. Your cardboard or your template that you use need to be square. Now, the measurement on your cardboard is going to dictate the width of the base of your caddy. So for me, this caddy is going to end up being just about 8 inches wide because my template is a 4 by 4. So it's 4 plus 4 on one side and 4 on the other side, 8 inches wide. What I'm going to do with this is put it in the corner. And usually I would put it up close to the edge here and to the edge here. However, because I'm going to use a French seam, I'm going to take it in just about a ½ an inch from the edge here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to draw my box. Now, because I took it away from the corner, I want to make sure that when I am cutting, I cut square. So I'm just going to use my ruler or my triangle here, my square. My triangle here, my square. My triangle here and my chalk to finish the line to the edge. And then I am going to go ahead and I am going to cut this piece out. I could go ahead now and flip this over just like so. There we go. Line it up nicely. And then I can just go ahead and take this piece out, or I could use my square template and do my cut. But since I flipped it over, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this piece out. The next thing we're going to do is stitch off the sides, and we are stitching with wrong sides together. Now, generally we do right sides together, but because we're doing a French seam, we start with the wrong side together. Okay, I'll do this side also. Okay, so in the French seam, I do not want too much bulk. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trim off some of the excess fabric along the seam. All the while making sure I am not cutting my stitch. Can't cut that stitch. Now these things are so easy to do. If you do crafts to sell, wow, you can make so many of these, because this thing you can finish making in maybe 30 minutes, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is turn this inside out, and I am going to go ahead and stitch along here, and the other side also. One of the reasons also why we cut off the excess fabric here is because when we are done stitching on this side, we do not want to see this thing coming through the seam. It is supposed to be completely sealed. Right, now we're going to turn this back like so. Check this out. See, you have a clean seam there, and on the inside here it's clean also. You don't have any raw edges showing. Now the next thing we are going to do is just open this just like so. And we are going to stitch across. Now we'll do the other side. Open. There we go. And stitch across. And I always say, whenever you're stopping to make any adjustments, make sure you put your needle down into the fabric. If not, your fabric can shift and throw everything off track. Okay, so now, just like we did the sides, we're going to turn this inside out, or outside in. Yeah. And then we are going to go ahead and we are going to stitch across. Then, you know what? I am going to go ahead and snip off some of the excess fabric, because I want to make sure that nothing is peeping through when I am done. There we go. Just a little bit, but that's okay. Now you could do this by just doing your regular flat seam, but then you would be left with raw edges on the inside. And you can also use this technique for stitching an insert. There we go. Let's stitch. Yeah. And then we stitch the other side. Now I'm going to put that down and set this up properly. The next thing we need to do is stitch off the top. If you're more comfortable with pressing your head in before you stitch, then by all means do that, right? This can't be pressed, so I won't be pressing. And there's something I want to show you, because I did a video to show tools I have in my sewing kit, and this is one of them. This is a little measuring gauge, right? So I can use it, for example, to measure off, to say, okay, I want to stitch this an inch deep. What I can do is just use it. There's my inch, my little thingy right there, and it measures off my inch for me to stitch. If you want to do half an inch, you can measure up half an inch and you fold your fabric half an inch. So this is a pretty cool little tool to have. But what I'm going to do right now is eyeball it. Now at the bottom here, my seam is going that way. So at the top here, I'm going to put it the same direction. And I'm going to start stitching, just folding and stitching, eyeballing it. Now because this is pretty deep, I'm going to go just about an inch deep on my hem. If it is not as deep, then you could go a half an inch, right? So that's it there. And then we turn again. And I'm gonna start stitching. Okay. And I'm folding as I go. See, just about an inch, and then I fold again. And then just stitch. And I'm just gonna look under here to make sure I'm not stitching the other side. Stop, put the needle down. This is going this direction, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the same direction. Let's just get these threads up. And just about an inch, and then fold again. Okay, so let's stop that. Just about an inch, and then fold again. Our next fold should take us there. There we go. We are back around. There we go. And guys, we are done. We have made ourselves a little storage caddy, hamper, basket, whatever you want to call it, from remnant. See what I was saying about the base? It is 2 times the 4 inches. So the wider you want your base to be is the bigger your template has to be. However, you have to also make your fabric panel wider, right? So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope you will try it. Drop it in the comments, let me know what you think. Also, please like and share, just in case you know somebody who needs some storage. And remember, never throw out your remnants or your offcuts, because they can be very useful. Please watch these videos, and I will see you in the next one. Again, thank you so much for 5,000 plus subscribers. Please help me to get to 10,000. See you again soon.